Hello, elementary friends. How's it going? How's everybody doing? K through 6. Hope all is well. That everybody is happy and healthy and feeling good. And even not, again, there's always tomorrow or there's later today. You can always figure out some kind of way to make yourself happy. I want to welcome you into our remote learning room today. And I'm going to start with corny jokes this time, just to kind of get us laugh. Now, remember, these are corny jokes. So I don't expect you to be like, oh, that was hilarious. They're corny jokes. That's the reason why they're corny. So our first joke is, what do you call a pig that does karate? What do you call a pig that does karate? Take a second, think about that. Drum roll. It is called a pork chop. Pork chop. A pig who does karate is called a pork chop. Ha ha. Corny joke. Okay. Corny joke two. What did one math book say to the other? What did one math book say to the other? Think about that. I've got so many problems. I've got so many problems. Corny jokes, corny jokes. Corny jokes are just there to kind of make you kind of chuckle and think and have some funny responses. So I hope you were able to think of some things of answers that you thought that I was going to say. But there are plenty of corny jokes out there. So look them up and find a few and tell your friends and family a couple corny jokes. So we're going to start with taking a deep breath in and out. So let's just kind of relax ourselves and a deep breath in, out. Again, deep breath in, out. Deep breath in and out. Thank you for taking that time with me. We're going to do a quick check in and then we're going to start our lesson this week, which is going to be review. We're going to do a review lesson. So here we have our feelings chart. So let's just, look at our emojis, kind of see what where you might be today. And let's do just a quick check-in. So today I'm going to say that I am feeling a little silly, hence my corny jokes. So I'm feeling a little silly today. So we're gonna do a couple silly things during this remote learning time. So take about 10-15 seconds and just check in with somebody around you. Tell them how you're feeling. And so this week, we are going to review because we've learned a whole lot in our competency of self management. And I just want to review. I want to take some time to go back before we move to a whole nother competency and just kind of discuss what all of the information we've kind of taken in these last couple of weeks. So we're going to start with what is self management, um, and kind of just review first with a video, and then we're going to review all of the different topics that we talked about within this competency. So those things that we kind of learned throughout this whole time. So let me quickly share my screen.
one of the five core SEL skills is self management. Self management is a person's ability to control their own thoughts and emotions. Students who can manage themselves successfully seem able to achieve their academic and personal goals as well.
Mhm.
Finally, self management deals with the ability to stick with an activity from start to finish. Let's look at a scenario. This is Janet. Janet is trying to get used to taking classes online due to the coronavirus, but she is struggling with managing her time. Janet stays up late watching Netflix and texting her friends. This makes it very hard for her to wake up on time for her 9 a.m. morning class. When she does log on to her online class, she has trouble staying awake. Her teacher said she's in danger of failing her class. Reflection questions. Why do you think Janet is having difficulty managing her time? What tips would you share with Janet so that she can manage her time better? What might happen if she doesn't learn how to manage her time? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to follow us on social media at Lessons for SEO.
So that's just a quick review of kind of some of the things we've talked about. And I just want to take a minute before we go back into all the material. And I want to do a quick brain break. And this is another way in which you can regulate yourself when you start to feel as if you're not concentrating or anything like that. You can do some silly things like this. So I want to just take a minute and let's do, it's called the index finger and thumb switch. Okay.
This is brain break number one. You will switch your index finger with your thumb on the command of switch. Ready? Switch,
See, I can't
switch,
do it.
switch, switch, switch.
I
Now show
can't.
me how you can practice by going as fast as you can
I
on your own.
can't. Okay. Uh, uh. Yeah. So that is our brain break for today.
This is
So brain breaks again are just little, small little things that you can do to help and assist with with focus and getting you back in the mind frame. So now I just want to take a few minutes and let's review. So, do you remember when we discussed our brain and our brain functions and how brain and stress works, and we talked about the the downstairs brain and the upstairs brain. So our downstairs brain is our brain stem, and we have our amygdala and our prefrontal cortex lobe, and all of those things work together. But when we become upset or dysregulated, then we live our emotions and our feelings lives in our downstairs brain, and so that's when we often um, want to do the flipping your lid. Excuse me. So remember our hand model, where this is our hand, and this is our brain stem and limbic system and our prefrontal cortex, amygdala. And then when you start to get upset or feel frustrated, stressed, angry, any of those things, it's so much inside of you that you just end up flipping your lid. And so that's what we mean by I flipped my lid. My lid has been flipped. I'm upset. Now I need to do something to regain control of everything that I have. So you've gone from being in your upstairs brain where you're able to think and your cortex is working really well and things are going great. And now you've just gone down to the downstairs. So how do we get back up those steps, right? So, which then leads us to how do we regulate ourselves? How do we calm ourselves down to make us feel in a state that we are able to learn? And so we discussed ways to calm down. So this is just a new little quick tidbit I have here. And on it, remember, it says you can take deep breaths, you can count to 10, you can draw a picture, you can write about it. So journaling and writing it down on paper. You can do some imagery, like go to your favorite place, think about that place, and become calm because that place makes you happy. Um, you can take a break. You can walk away, take a break. I need to calm down. I need to get out of this situation so I can rethink. Sometimes you may need to rest. Just go somewhere and rest. Um, talk to somebody. Say, I really need to talk this out right now. You may need a hug from someone. You can do some exercises. We've talked about chair push ups. We've talked about um, I put some how to do a wall push up on some videos. So all of these things, you guys are supposed to make a plan in order for you to know what things calm you down. So then after we did that, then we went to what's another strategy? The think strategy. Do you guys remember what the think strategy is? Here's our think strategy. And before you speak, think, is it true? Is it helpful? Inspiring? Necessary? Kind? Those are what you need, the things that you think about. The think strategy. So thinking about, is it true? Like, is the information I got reliable or is it just gossip? Is it helpful? Is it going to benefit myself or the other person that it involves? Is it inspiring? Is it going to make the situation better or the things around you better? Is it necessary? Like, is this information that's going to save somebody's life or keep them from getting in trouble or help them understand? Like, is it necessary to like say it now? And is it kind? Kindness makes the world go round. So is what I'm saying going to be kind to that person or hurtful? Okay. And then lastly, we did some goals. We talked about goal setting and how SMART goals can help you create your goal setting. So is it specific? Meaning like it's not just a random I want to play ball. It's I want to learn how to play basketball. Is it measurable? How are you going to measure that? Are you going to go to the gym 3 times a week or 2 times a week? What does that say? Is it attainable? Is it something that you have the ability to do? Is it relevant? Like, how is it going to help me now? And is it time bound? So, giving yourself time to know when you want to finish. So, that was a lot that we went over in this self management remote learning time on self management. And I like self management because it really is all about me and how I can better myself and how I can look towards the future and things that I need to work on. And I hope that that's something that you feel has been valuable to you. Excuse me. So I'm going to end today because I'm not going to really give you like, hey, let's do this. This was our really just review because we've learned so much and done so much in self management and self regulation that I want to do a grounding exercise. And so a grounding exercise is you're going to just sit in your chair upright, posture good. And I want you to put your feet on the floor. Um, I just want you to look around in the room and the space that you're in. Settle into some quiet time. And now I want you to find 5 things around you that you can see. Find 4 things that you can feel. 3 things around you that you can hear. 2 things around you that you can smell. And 1 thing that you can taste. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more deep breath in and out. So a grounding exercise is another strategy that you can use when you start to feel yourself becoming a little dysregulated or unfocused or a need just to kind of take a minute and regroup. And you're just going to ground yourself. You're going to ask yourself questions to really come into the space that you're in and look around you and just take it in. So I just want you to remember as we close today, self management is all about you regulating yourself, you setting goals for yourself, and you just taking ownership of you and how you're going to handle stuff. So K-6, thank you. And we are on week 8, believe it or not. And I will see you week 9. Bye bye. Don't forget your corny jokes.